Hey guys, it's GeoDave here. Well, I finally got around to it. I'm making my own cache. I'm designing it after one of my favorite books, Morte D'Arthur. It's the story of King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. I read this last year and it really inspired me in a lot of ways, and I thought it would be great for a cache. So why don't you sit back as I tell you the story about King Arthur.
Arthur was the legendary king who united Britain during a time of strife and uncertainty. Together with his court, he created the city of Camelot, a city dedicated to the propositions of chivalry and justice. There, he courted and married his wife and queen, Lady Guinevere. He formed a group of knights to protect Camelot and enforce the rules of chivalry known as the Knights of the Round Table. Arthur and his knights accomplished many things. They went on many quests, fighting Roman emperors, finding the Holy Grail, slaying giants and dragons, fighting sorcerers, protecting many damsels in distress, and still making time for tournaments and jousting. However, a problem is brewing. Queen Guinevere has fallen in love with Arthur's best and most trustworthy knight, Sir Lancelot. They have been having an affair that everyone except Arthur seems to know of. Soon the affair comes to the attention of Arthur's illegitimate son Mordred, who secretly despises his father. Mordred brings the affair to light and demands that Arthur put Guinevere on trial for high treason. Arthur has no choice. As king, he must uphold justice, so he puts his own queen on trial. She is found guilty and is to be put to death by burning at the stake. Before the queen is killed in the flames, Lancelot rushes in, killing several of Arthur's most loyal knights in an attempt to save his love. He snatches Guinevere from the fire and rides off with her to the safety of France. Some of the knights killed in Lancelot's rescue of the queen were brothers of Sir Gawain, who convinces Arthur to pursue Lancelot to France. A bloody civil war ensues with much loss of life and friendship. Men as close as brothers become bitter enemies. Mordred seizes the opportunity of his father's absence. He convinces the court that Arthur has been killed in the Civil War, and he, as Arthur's son, should inherit the throne. Once in place, Mordred begins to build an army to prepare for Arthur's return.
And this is where you, the geocacher, become involved. You will be playing the part of Sir Bedivere, one of Arthur's most loyal aides and knights. Your job will be to go and talk to the other knights and try and bring them back as one solid unit so that you can defeat the forces of Mordred and unite Camelot once again. You think you can do it? Well, let's see. after talking to all the knights and getting them to agree to come, you'll be able to arrive at the battlefield where you'll find this, an ammo can. And this will contain the story of what happens to Arthur and his knights at this battle.
As you arrive, you notice that many knights, some good, some evil, have been slain, but it appears that Arthur's forces are winning the day. On the far end of the battlefield, you see Arthur and another man staring each other down. You realize that that other man is Mordred. They exchange a few words, then charge towards each other, Arthur with a lance and Mordred with a sword. Arthur runs Mordred through with his lance, but before Mordred dies, he strikes Arthur with his sword, leaving a mortal wound. The day is won, but your king has fallen. Quickly you run to his side and find he is still alive. He sees you and asks one more thing of you as your king. He asks you to take his sword, Excalibur, and throw it into the lake where it was given to him, and then return and tell him what happened. You try to get up the courage to throw away the great sword, but you cannot. So you return and tell Arthur that nothing happened when the sword landed in the lake. He tells you to return to the lake and complete your task. Gaining more courage from your dying king, you obey him and throw the sword into the lake. A hand emerges from the lake and catches the sword and withdraws it beneath the surface. You believe it to be the mysterious Lady of the Lake.
After throwing Excalibur into the lake and seeing the mysterious Lady of the Lake, you'll find the end of the cache, another ammo can. And in it, you'll see what happens to Arthur in the very end of the story and what the future holds for Britain. And really, my intentions are that she would learn a lot about the knights and King Arthur, and that she have fun doing it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the caches themselves, I'll be sure to note them below. And this is GeoDave cashing out.